Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into the Samyukta Agama, looking at a really specific dialogue that takes place at the Jetavana monastery.
Right. And it tackles this very human anxiety
Yeah.
about fate,
Ah,
about destiny.
it really does. You have Kim Prasenajit coming to the Buddha with a question that feels, well, incredibly modern. He's essentially asking about the caste system.
But on a cosmic scale,
Yeah.
he wants to know if you're born an elite, a Brahmin, or Kshatriya, are you just set for life, for all your lifetimes?
And on the flip side, if you're born into what the text calls darkness, are you just stuck there forever?
Is the game rigged from the start?
Yeah.
That's the core of it.
Exactly. And the Buddha's response is fascinating because he doesn't just say no, he completely reframes the whole idea. He gives this four-part framework.
Of four types of people. And what's key is that he decouples your starting point from where you end up. He uses this imagery of light and darkness, but they're not fixed places. They're more like directions, vectors.
Why? Okay, so let's break that down. The first one is from darkness to darkness.
This is someone who starts with a really bad hand. Poverty, maybe disability, low social status, the darkness.
But the text says the real tragedy isn't the starting point.
Not at all. It's the reaction. This person responds with anger, with abusive speech, with harmful thoughts. They basically take a bad situation and, through their own choices, drive themselves deeper into suffering, into hell, so to speak.
They're digging the hole deeper, which brings us to the second type, because this shows that the darkness doesn't have to be a trap, from darkness to light.
This is the pivot. Same tough starting point, but the inner response is totally different.
How so?
Well, the text says this person practices shame and repentance, acts with kindness, and respects the truth.
You know, that phrase, shame and repentance, can sound a little harsh to our ears. It sounds like guilt.
It does, but that's not really what it means here. It's more about self-reflection. It's about looking at your actions and having the integrity not to cause harm. It's often paired with respecting the three jewels, which in a way is about humility, about being willing to learn.
So by doing that, they turn the darkness into a kind of training ground.
Exactly. They use the present struggle to generate future light.
Okay, so what about the people who start with everything? This is the third type, light to darkness.
The classic cautionary tale for the privileged. You're born with the wealth, the status, the good looks. But it breeds arrogance. You use that power to put others down or form these, selfish cliques.
You're burning through your good fortune without replenishing it.
And you're headed straight for a cliff, which is a huge contrast with the ideal scenario, the fourth type.
Light to light.
Right. You have all the advantages, but you cherish them. You use your position to be charitable, to speak with kindness. You're reinvesting your good karma.
What's so striking to me here is that the starting point, king or beggar, is almost secondary to the Buddha's analysis. The whole focus shifts to the how, the mechanism of change.
It all comes down to the three karmas: body, mouth, and mind. Your actions, your speech, and your thoughts. The text is very clear that this is what determines your trajectory. Not luck, not birth.
Which seems so simple, but I mean, controlling your own mind in a crisis, that's the hardest part, isn't it?
It is. But there's a line in the commentary that I think is so powerful. The mind possesses all merit. Even if you can't change the external situation right away, you have total control over your internal reaction.
So by controlling your thoughts, words, and deeds, you are literally changing course in real time.
You're steering the ship. The light isn't some reward at the end of the road. It's something you generate right now by how you handle what's in front of you.
So life isn't static, it's dynamic. We're all in one of these four categories right now, but the direction we're facing, that's the part we decide.
It completely removes the excuse of circumstance. If you're in the dark, you can start walking toward the light. If you're already in the light, you have a responsibility not to wander into the dark.
Which I think leaves a really powerful question for you, the listener, to think about.
If your current situation, good or bad, is just the starting point of this chapter, and your mindset is the steering wheel, where exactly are you driving yourself right now?
A vital question. Thanks for breaking this down with us.
My pleasure. Until next time.